Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, hello, I'm Catherine, owner of Katnipp Illustrations, and today we're going to be talking about the plans for 2020 and goal setting, and also reflecting back on 2019 as a year in general. I have got my bullet journal here, and this was kindly gifted to me from Kat's Planner. I've never really done bullet journaling before, but she kindly did all these pages for me and actually spent the time to jot them all out. I had no idea what to do with bullet journaling. I'm totally new to it, so 2020 is all about bullet journaling for me. But I actually sat down and did a little spread of my own about my goals and my achievements, and reflecting back on 2019 and what I kind of want to achieve in 2020 as well. 2019 has been an amazing growth year for me personally. A lot of things happened. I reached some goals. Last year I sat down with Emily, we went for coffee and we had a meeting about 2019 and what I plan on doing in that year, and I set several different targets for myself. I made some and I failed at some as well, and it has been kind of a year that I've really enjoyed planning. Now I'm fairly new to planning, I would say, but 2019 is where I consistently planned every day, did to-do lists every day, did weekly and monthly, and really got into the swing of planning. I probably started planning back in 2017 when my life started getting a little bit more crazy and hectic, and I needed to kind of plan out how I was going to run things to make the business smoother, to make my personal life more smooth, because usually I was just one to have it all in my brain floating around, and it was causing me quite a lot of stress not having it down. And then what I learned through planning and doing to-do lists, that it was extremely helpful and useful to get it all down on paper and to kind of put in a plan of action. So from kind of 2017 to 2018 I started dabbling here and there in to-do lists and everything, and then consistently in 2019 I really found my jam and what worked for me in terms of planning and stuff. I have so many different calendars and so many different lists, but I find it really helpful to help keep me on track. You guys have been like, you will love bullet journaling, why don't you bullet journal? Because I kind of used Fran Nerd's planner as a bullet journal planner anyway, and the fact that you have the creativity to kind of write where you want and everything, I can totally see me getting into this. Now this bullet journal has already been laid out for me for 2020 by the amazing Kat, but I'm actually really excited for 2021 now to sit down for a full day and plan out my 2021 and kind of lay out my pages. But for now I'm gonna use this bullet journal. I absolutely love it already. It's Electrum, and I'm gonna basically reflect on 2019. The first thing I did was write down what I'm grateful for and my achievements and everything. But my first thing that I'm grateful for and my achievements is my growth on Etsy and the new product ranges I managed to get out in 2019. Now I set it as a task for myself to release more ranges of enamel pins and washi tapes. Another one was reaching my 80k goal for YouTube, so I set myself a goal of reaching 80,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we actually surpassed that this year, so I'm so happy. Thank you so much everyone who's helped me grow to that point. I can't even believe it myself. Really happy with the growth that we got for last year, because these were quite ambitious growth goals. Another thing that I'm grateful for is Emily and Mike and growing my little team. I think it's been amazing, so amazing working with Emily, my sister, and then bringing Mike in at the end of the year, and it feels like we're a little team now. We can bounce ideas off each other. I think writing these achievements down has made me realize just how far we came in 2019. Another thing that I should have wrote down here is that I actually became fully independent on my own finances, meaning that I actually left my freelancer work at Martin Windows. So for those of you who don't know, I had a full-time job at Martin Windows, then I dropped down to part-time, then freelance, and then in 2018 I managed to go completely independent on my own income through the Etsy store and other things like Patreon and stuff. I should have wrote that down. but that is another thing that I am extremely grateful for. That was a huge milestone and achievement for me, because now I could just focus on my own things and creating my own income. So we managed to sustain it for a whole year, so that was absolutely epic. Another thing I'm extremely grateful for is my beautiful patrons, because they helped me go freelance, because they supported me that way, which helped give me a wage, which meant that any income I got through Katnipp Etsy store I could reinvest in paying for Mike and Emily, reinvest them coming in to package the orders so I could take time to produce more products and focus on YouTube for marketing and things like that. So I'm extremely grateful for my patrons, so I've put that down. Another thing I'm happy about is the consistency on YouTube, and I'm putting commas kind of, because there has been weeks where it's kind of fell off a little bit. The majority of the time I consistently uploaded studio vlogs and then 2 or 3 videos to my main Katnipp channel. Another thing I'm grateful for is making new online friends and connecting with you guys and making an online community in general. I see the same familiar faces and usernames pop up over and over and over again, and connecting with you guys feels so amazing and really helps me have the drive to keep going. Really, it's very, very motivating to me anyway. And then I did 2 little boxes of what worked and what didn't, because I wanted to reflect on what was things that actually worked and helped me progress with the goals that I set out for 2019, and what didn't work in terms of it didn't bring any value, it wasted time and stuff like that. So that brings me on to my 2020 goals. So I had a meeting with Mike and Emily. We all sat down at Craig's, my favourite coffee shop here in Mass, and we just basically bounced ideas off each other. What they think Katnipp should achieve in 2020, little tips from them, from the packaging side and their side of packaging orders and things, and how we can improve on that end, how we can improve customer service, and then the direction I personally wanted Katnipp to go in 2020 as well. So we sat down, had a nice coffee, bounced ideas off each other, made notes in the planner like this, just like a bullet note, and then I pinpointed what I really wanted to achieve, so my final list in 2020. So the first thing is design an e-commerce store for Katnipp. I've set the deadline for June for this one. I want to have a standalone website where I sell my products through my own website and not a third party such as Etsy. I think it also looks a little bit more professional if I want to get into trade shows and things in 2021, which is another thing that I want to end up doing. So 2021 is going to be kind of a year of focusing on trade shows, maybe going to a few trade shows, trying to get into shops and wholesale, and also maybe doing some more conventions and stuff in 2021. But because 2020 is such a personal year for me with my wedding and everything, I've also got weddings of very close friends next year, and there's a lot going on in 2020. I felt like the trade shows and things was too much to cram into one year. So then my 2020 overall goal is a more refined and professional look to my products, my packaging, and yeah, my website in general. And one thing that looks extremely professional is having your own website. Now, although I already have my own website, that's a blog, I don't hardly update it. I can't remember the last time I wrote a blog post. I actually think it was for Christmas decorations, but before then it was like a year ago or something. But I really want to use that as an online e-commerce platform without relying on the likes of third-party apps like Etsy. Another thing that is also a personal one is to travel more and see the world, which also in turn helps me feel inspired. We always go to art galleries and things like that, and it really helps inspire me, so I definitely want to travel more. Another thing, use traditional art and supplies more. I really want to start using watercolours. 2019 was all about Procreate digital art again, and I absolutely loved it, and I will still do Procreate videos because it's a huge part of what I actually use. I do use Procreate pretty much every day, but in 2020 I really want to use my sketchbook. I really want to start getting back into traditional media because I find it so inspiring. It's also really nice. There's something about drawing and illustrating with traditional media that feels so good and satisfying, and that is one goal that I have for 2020. It's also good for experimentation and things like that. Another thing is do more art related content on Katnipp. So the main channel, as you know, has now been split. I now have a personal vlog channel, and I now have, obviously I still have this channel, don't know what I'm trying to say here, but my personal channel will now host all my travel vlogs and everything, and Katnipp will be more studio vlogs, Etsy related things and art related things. So things like new art videos, point down shots of me illustrating and doing draw with me's and things like that, doing pen reviews, paint reviews, and just how it used to be as well before the Florida vlogs came in, if that makes sense. And then all like travel vlogs to Germany and Krakow next year will be on my personal channel. So really focusing on Katnipp and be about Etsy, business, art and illustration. So it's like a creative hub, and also crafts as well when I get into crafts. So things like creating wedding invites and stuff will also belong on this main channel. Also, if you have any tips for what you would like to see on the main channel and Katnipp, let me know in the comments below, because I'm totally up for that, and what you feel will fit well, because you guys are the community here on Katnipp. And I do know a lot of people did mention that having the travel vlogs would be better and having the personal weekly vlogs, because I want to document my own journey personally, not just in business, would be better on a separate video. So you guys have the voice, you guys are the community, so let me know if you have any tips on what content you would also like to see here on this channel. Another thing is fill a sketchbook, which goes back to my earlier goal of use traditional art. I really want to try and fill a whole sketchbook. I've got some sketchbooks behind me, and I'll probably get one of those out that hasn't been used as much, and I'll try and fill that up. Do more on TikTok. It's such a weird goal, but I've been listening to a lot of Gary Vee lately, and he's on about TikTok and that it's a growing online social platform. Haven't yet found my jam when it comes to illustrators, so yeah, I want to do more speed paints and things on TikTok and see if I can just explore it a little bit, dabble my little toes in there and see what I feel about it. I've already started dabbling a bit, but being a little bit more consistent with like speed paints and things on there. Make my products and store more professional, so it's like what I said earlier, I really want to refine my products, refine my packaging, refine the items that I sell in my store. Bring out earrings. Another goal. I absolutely love earrings, you know what I mean, guys? I love big kind of tacky bold earrings. I don't know why. I think they're really nice to frame your face in. They kind of express your personality more, and I would love to have my own little cute characters like on wooden earrings or something like that. So I'd really like to bring out an earring range. I think that would be really, really fun. Bring out more paper stationery and washi tapes, so like my planners that are coming out, like the to-do lists and the planners that I'm going to have releasing very, very soon. I want to bring more designs out of them. Another thing, I want to do digital products, which I haven't wrote on this, digital download products in my Etsy store as well, because a lot of people have actually said I can't afford the shipping, or it costs a lot to ship out to like Australia and things like that. So can I offer some digital downloads of my work as well? So that's something that would be good for 2020 to look into. Minimalism in my designs. So I'm quite minimalistic at home and in nature. I do not keep a lot of stuff. I still have a lot of stuff, but I don't keep lots of it. And one thing I've noticed with me and my designs is sometimes I like this planner page, for example, is the perfect example. I feel like I've went a bit too overboard with the excess stickers and everything, and to you that might look quite minimal, but I like it even more minimal than this. So I want to incorporate that into my designs. Now you might already think that my designs are pretty minimal, but I want to minimalize it even more. Sometimes I just over design things, and I actually prefer it when it was less designed. Things like shading and stuff, sometimes I prefer my work without the shading and the flat colours, and kind of exploring that minimalistic approach to design, like less is more. That's what I want to kind of look into and experiment with in 2020. Another thing is more professional packaging, which I've mentioned. Have I wrote that down twice? I don't know. More professional packaging. Another is plan more, so use my bullet journal and everything. And then the final one is take weekends off from the studio. I just think this is so important to have a rest and refresh your mind, and having this Christmas break and having the week off, like fully week off, like I'm talking no vlogging, nothing, I did illustrate once or twice, but I wanted to illustrate, like I said earlier, I wanted to, and taking that week off really helped reset me and refresh me. So in 2020 I want to take Saturdays and Sundays off. Now one Sunday of a month I will actually be in live streaming with my patrons for my $20 patrons, but other than that I want to take weekends off. Now I might do more personal work for my personal channel, whether that will work or not, because usually on a Saturday I work, but I'm gonna try and not. I'm gonna try and stick to actually having time off. And that's it. That's all my goals for 2020, the direction I want to take Katnipp in. So it's all about just refining, like I say, and cultivating what we already have here. And it's all about growth in a different way this year, about resting, about creating things that are more minimal, and really refining my style, ready for 2021 when I eventually want to sell in stores. Now, this is subject to change. You can make goals and things can totally change, and it might not be my goal in 2021 anymore to do trade shows, but going into 2020, that's kind of what I'm focusing in on. I want to get that professionalism there so I can wholesale to other stores and yeah, kind of offer a wholesale service. And also using my bullet journal, which I'm so happy for. It's so fun to do. I just can't believe that I've never done it before. Like, this is it's totally my jam. I'm excited for this year with you guys of growth. Thank you so much for following the journey and helping Katnipp grow to this point. Yeah, I will see you all very freaking soon. Let me know in the comments what your resolutions are for 2020. What have you got planned for your business, art, illustration, or personal life? Let me know just one goal that you would really like to achieve, your top one. And yeah, we can all connect and share inspiration and see what other people's goals are too, because I like to know what other people's goals are, because it can kind of get you inspired about your own. And to me personally, January is a month of reflection, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. Alright then, thanks for watching. I love you. Bye bye.